Hello, everyone. It is digital host AJ Weist welcoming you back to the 48 Now desk, the End Addiction Walk, which is a free community event. It is going on this weekend at Big Spring Park, Saturday, August 17th from 9 until 11 a.m. And today, of course, I am joined with Miss Kim Holder with Not One More Alabama. Kim, how are you doing today?
Hey Jay, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, Kim, can you first talk a little bit about this event and everything your organization is doing to help people here in the Huntsville community?
Absolutely. So this is our seventh annual End Addiction Huntsville Walk at Big Spring Park. Um, Not One More Alabama is a supporter of anyone affected by the disease of addiction. So if your family's impacted by substance use disorder, we know that connection is the antidote to addiction. And just like you would go to a mechanic, if your automobile tears up, you're going to connect with someone who can fix it. If you have a joint that needs attention or an illness, you're going to find somebody to connect with that can help you solve your problems. And at Not One More Alabama, the mission for us, and especially the mission of this walk, is to connect individuals who have been affected by substance use disorder, make a connection with community organizations of all kinds who can help them solve their problems. It offers hope and healing, and we just offer a variety of resources. We'll have over 40 tables there, and they'll represent everything from detox organizations to recovery housing, everything in between. And it'll be family support, family service agencies will be there as well. And so it's just a little something for everybody.
I love that. And I love how you say, connection is the cure for addiction. And you're offering this outlet for people to come together and connect. And I love that so much. But Kim, would you be willing to share a little about how you got involved with Not One More Alabama?
Sure, AJ. Um, I was in the grips of substance use disorder from probably from the time I was in high school. Um, in my later life, the consequences of my drinking became more and more evident to everybody around me, but even then I still couldn't see it. What happened for me was once I realized I had a problem, I didn't know what to do about it. And for a long time, I surrounded myself with people who didn't know how to help me do anything about it. Through a series of circumstances, most of them unfortunate, I became willing to accept some help. And so I made some connections that saved my life. I made a connection to get help medically. Then I went on to get help mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And today I stay connected to individuals like myself who live one day at a time, recovering out loud, so that others don't have to suffer in silence.
That's right. And you say recovering out loud. What does that mean to you?
For me, it means making myself present in the moment for my family so that they can see the benefits of my recovery. But it also means reaching out to people in my community who need help. And that's what being a part of this agency has given me is a vessel to be able to do that.
Right. And I know you've been doing this walk for 7 years now. Do you have a particular memory that really just sticks out to you? Maybe it's something that really touched you, someone who might have said something to you, shared their story, or anything that somebody did while at the walk, anything like that that sticks out.
So there's always power when there are that many people under one mission in the same place. It's always such a powerful thing. But the first year that we did the recovery circle and we recognized people with years, months, weeks, days, minutes of recovery, and all those people came together, formed a circle, and then led the walk around the park. I don't think there's anything any more powerful than that. When you can
Mm-hmm.
see people in all ages, of all backgrounds, You know, we know as an organization, and I know as someone in recovery who's worked in the field for a while now, I know that addiction does not discriminate. So there's no age, race, you know, addiction doesn't care who it affects.
Right.
Substance use disorder can happen to anyone. And when you see a group of people recovering together like that, you see that recovery doesn't have to discriminate either. It's such a powerful thing when you see that many people come together for one purpose, and that's to show support to everybody else.
Could not have said it better myself. Very true. Could you talk a little bit about what your day to day as the family program coordinator, what your role entails, everything that you do on your day to day?
Okay. Well, the family program here at Not One More Alabama has been in place for a while, but recently we've made some strides to increase programming. And so I have a new position, and so we're kind of, as my friend Patty says, we're kind of building the plane as we're flying it. So right now we do offer one meeting a week for our family support group, and that's Tuesday night here at our location, 2200 Bob Wallace. That's from 6 to 8:30 or 6 to 7:30. And right now, that's the only meeting we're offering. But big things are happening at Not One More Alabama. And one of the first things that we're going to be able to do is to expand that program. And we don't know what it looks like just yet, but we'll be here to let you know.
All right. Very, very awesome. I'll be waiting. Very true. What are some of the resources that attendees at the End Addiction Walk, they can find there?
Okay. We have 40 something resource tables, and those are going to range from any type of treatment provider that you can possibly think of, all the way through. We have a naloxone table. We're going to be giving out that. Narcan is the registered trademark for that. We'll be giving out those with instructions on how to use it, and that's something that's new. Those those medications used to have to be available through the Department of Mental Health only, and through them we've been able to procure some of that, and we'll be handing out Narcan at the walk along with instructions on how to use it. That's a big thing. That is a potentially life-saving antidote for someone who is suffering from an opioid overdose. And so that's probably one of the most amazing things that's happened, is that we're going to be able to provide that. We're
Yes.
also going to have resources such as our memorial area, where individuals who have lost someone to substance use disorder can come and memorialize their loved ones. We also have resources there where you can see that there is hope, that recovery does bring hope. We'll have information there about our angel tree that'll come up in the fall. Our tree of hope, that's also part of the Tinsel Trail. This will be the second year for that. There's just going to be a lot of hope and healing, and the resources will be available to kind of spear that along.
Very nice. And can you just talk about just how badly addiction is affecting our community here in the North Alabama area?
We do on the Overdose Awareness Day, which is the 31st of August each year. We take a section on the corner of Pratt and Meridian Street, and we place purple flags. These will also be at the walk as well, but we place those flags in honor of individuals who have died from the effects of substance use disorder in the state of Alabama for the year. And if I could show you on the wall, we have the old signage up on the wall. And so every morning when I walk in, I see numbers that were in, you know, just a little over 1,000 from 2020 to today. When we place the flags this year, there will be over 1,600 of them. And to me, seeing those numbers, that visual reminder every day that the reason we're here is not going away. But it does offer it not only is a reason to continue, but it's a reason again to do so out loud, so that the people who have lost someone to substance use disorder, or if they have a family member who is still struggling in their situation, to let them know there is hope.
There's always hope. That is very true. And you said earlier that the disease of addiction does not discriminate, but unfortunately, there is still a very negative stigma associated with addiction. Can you talk a little bit about that stigma and what we can do here in the Huntsville community to help ease that stigma associated around addiction?
Okay. Well, we always talk about stigma, the stigma associated with substance use disorders. And everywhere I go, that's always the topic of conversation. The only way that we're ever going to get past any of that is if we, as a community, come together with organizations like Not One More Alabama and some of these other amazing organizations that we have in North Alabama, to come together with community leaders who don't have anything to do with substance use disorder treatment or recovery, and just have conversations. I think anything that you bring into the light can't stay in the darkness. You know, it's going to be harder to discriminate and to stigmatize individuals if you know that addiction is a disease, and if people that matter know how many people are affected by it. I can know those things all day long, but if the people that are in positions to do something about it come to that realization, then there would be no stopping us.
Very well said. And I know at this event, I see a few behind you, t-shirts and even tattoos are up for sale. Can you talk a little bit about the merchandise as well as where the proceeds for the merchandise goes towards?
So always the proceeds from the merchandise go to support Not One More Alabama. This year we do have the blue t-shirt is our new one. It's got the new art on the back there. We'll also be offering the gray shirt. Ooh, that side. The gray shirt is the the Overdose Awareness t-shirt, and we have those year round. We have some nice little canvas bags that are going to be new this year. We have chip clips. Everybody loves a good chip clip. Those are new this year. All those things will be available at the Not One More t-shirt tent. And so you can come by and get any of that merchandise. Proceeds always go back to NOMA to support our mission.
Very cool. I'm certainly eyeballing the blue one. I think I just love the color blue, so I'm definitely eyeballing it. That's for sure.
It's a good one.
But yeah, well, how can people register for the walk if they want to attend?
So all they have to do is show up at Big Spring Park. We'll be the programming will go on from 9 to 11. We'll start out with a few programming notes. There'll be plenty of time to visit all the resources under the large tents, and then there'll be some scattered out around the park as well. Then we'll go through a little bit of programming. We have a special guest speaker this year that will take some time to speak to everyone, and then we'll do the recovery circle, and the recovery circle will turn into a walk around Big Spring Park.
Well, sounds like an amazing time. Where can people find Not One More Alabama and just the different events you guys put on moving forward?
We have an amazing website that offers resources of every kind. It offers individuals an opportunity to memorialize loved ones, all kinds of different things on the website. And it's Not One More Alabama, everything spelled out, .org. And it's a good website, very comprehensive. It's got all our events listed. It's got all the resources listed. And most of the resources will have a link to their website as well, so you can make that kind of a one-stop shop.
Very cool. Well, Kim, that is all the questions I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining in. And if maybe I didn't ask something that you would like to add, feel free. But once again, thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thanks, AJ, and we hope to see everybody Saturday.
Absolutely. You guys come out to Big Spring Park this Saturday for the End Addiction Walk. It sounds like it is an awesome time and it is a celebration of connection. But Kim, thank you so much.